The Battle of Kursk, fought from July 5 to August 23, 1943, was the largest land engagement of World War II and marked a turning point on the Eastern Front. It unfolded around the Kursk salient, a bulge about 200 kilometers long and up to 150 kilometers wide, formed after Soviet winter offensives. Anticipating a German counteroffensive, the Soviets fortified the area heavily. The German plan, codenamed Operation Citadel, aimed to encircle and destroy Soviet forces by striking from the north with Army Group Center, Field Marshal Günther von Kluge, and from the south with Army Group South, Field Marshal Erich von Manstein. Thanks to intelligence and reconnaissance, Soviet command opted for a defensive strategy. The Central Front, led by Konstantin Rokossovsky, and the Voronezh Front, under Ivan Vatutin, created deep, layered defenses, trenches, minefields, anti-tank ditches, bunkers, and fortified positions. Behind them, the Steppe Front, commanded by Ivan Konev, was prepared for a counterattack. Artillery and air power played a critical role. Soviet artillery density reached up to 200 guns per kilometer. This allowed for massive fire concentration on advancing German units. A preemptive bombardment on July 5th delayed the enemy offensive for several hours. Katyusha rocket launchers added to the devastation. The Red Army coordinated artillery closely with infantry and armored movements. The Soviet Air Force fielded around 2,900 aircraft, including Le-5 and Yak-9 fighters, Il-2 ground attack planes, and P-2 bombers. Though the Luftwaffe had fewer aircraft, about 2,000, it posed a serious threat. Intense air battles broke out in the first week. The Il-2 proved especially deadly against tanks and troop concentrations, complementing artillery and halting German advances. The battle's climax came on July 12th at Prokhorovka, where up to 1,200 tanks and self-propelled guns clashed in one of the largest armored engagements in history. Despite severe losses, Soviet forces stopped the elite Waffen-SS divisions, Leibstandarte, Totenkopf, and Das Reich. With Operation Citadel stalled, the Red Army launched counteroffensives, Operation Kutuzov in the north, and Operation Polkovodets-Rumyantsev in the south, liberating Orel, Belgorod, and Kharkov. Soviet losses were staggering: around 860,000 personnel, over 6,000 tanks and self-propelled guns, and 1,600 aircraft. German losses amounted to about 500,000 troops, 3,000 armored vehicles, and 1,500 aircraft. Despite the cost, the USSR achieved a strategic victory. From this point on, the Wehrmacht was forced onto the defensive in the east. The Battle of Kursk became a model of coordinated defense and offense. It demonstrated the power of depth in fortification, the effectiveness of artillery, the role of air support, and the value of intelligence. The Soviet victory boosted Allied morale, accelerated the opening of a second front, and marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany.